Welcome to the Entertainment Rants podcast, your number one source for all things entertainment. Join host Marco Mazzola and his fellow ranters as they sound off on the latest movies, TV, and the world of entertainment. Now, here are your ranters for the hour, Marco, Mila, Larry, and Bruno.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Entertainment Rants podcast. I am, as always, your host, Marco Mazzola. It has been a minute since we gathered around the table and, done this. Let's see if we remember how to do this at all, because I think I do. Anyway, so let's go around the room, say hello to the ranters who are here. Hello, Larry.
Hey.
Hey, Mila.
Ew.
All right, gang, so we literally just came back from watching Deadpool and Wolverine. And that's what we're going to spoil the fuck out of today. So let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. All right, let's get a little quick tale of the tape. Deadpool Wolverine obviously just came out, so it's 2024. It's rated R, 2 hours and 7 minutes.
Worth every minute.
Worth every 2 hours. I see 2 hours and 6 minutes. We're good.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine.
I mean,
we'll give us some leg room.
Oh, no, because you had the credits.
Yeah, there's some
well, even the credits were cool. And then there was the end scene, so there's like about a minute of...
So let's cover that real quick. So first of all, as I said, we are going to spoil the fuck out of this movie.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the cameos and all the appearances. So if you don't want to know, if you haven't seen the movie, shut the fuck up, turn the podcast off, go watch the movie, come back and listen to the podcast. I guess you can use please. It is 2024. Fucking
pretty please.
Sensitive Nancy's. All right, so anyway, let's go around. Let's talk about, first of all, our stars of the movie. Your main stars, obviously, Ryan Reynolds, who plays Wade Wilson, Deadpool. Hugh Jackman plays Logan, Wolverine. Emma Corrin, who plays Cassandra Nova. She's the big baddie of the movie.
Yep.
One of two, if you will. She's like the main powerful one. Then, of course, is Matthew McFadden, who plays Mr. Paradox. Yep. Who's kind of like pulling the strings and making all of that shit happen. Let's get into what we thought about. We'll go over cameos as we go along and talk about who popped in, who jumped in, who we didn't see that maybe we wanted to see. I got a couple on my list, just so you know. Marina Baccarin plays Vanessa again. Rob Delaney, always still in the show, as Peter.
Yeah.
Good.
Awesome, right? Leslie Uggams as Blind Al. Fucking awesome.
A staple.
Awesome. And of course, where we just want to make sure. Corin Sony, of course, comes back as Dopinder. Yeah. One of my favorites. She loves Dopinder.
He turned around and the AirPods. Oh, man.
AirPods. This is directed by Sean Levy. And let's just go around the room and get our takes around. Mila, we'll start with you this time. This is the third Deadpool movie in the series of the franchise. So we're into the MCU. Mm-hmm. We've yanked Deadpool and Wolverine over to the MCU and talk about it. Tell me what you thought of the movie.
I thought it was so fun. Oh my god, it was it's one of the funnest movies I've watched in a while. Like every hit worked, and I think I like it way more than Deadpool 2, because Deadpool 2, the thing is, Deadpool 1 didn't take itself seriously, and that's something that really led to its success.
Yeah.
Deadpool 2,
let's see if we can do this.
Yeah, but Deadpool 2 started to take itself a little too seriously, and that really took it down a few notches.
And they had a big hit.
It was
let's build on the hit.
Right.
And the first one was more like raw, like let's just see if we can make this on a low budget.
Right.
Kind of, you know what I mean? Nobody, the producer, the what do you call it? The suits don't want it, but we're going to fucking do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Second one, the suits are like all over it because the first one made a shit ton of money.
And you could tell, you could feel it, because it was way more of what Deadpool made fun of.
Yeah.
You know?
So now we get run into this one.
And this one went right back to its classic roots of that first movie, especially with that introduction scene.
Yep.
Just right out the gate. Yeah. Crazy.
He's in the middle of something and then takes us back to how we got there.
Exactly.
Just like he did in the first movie.
And I love that they right off the bat introduced how are we going to take Logan's death? I think we're going to take it poorly. Yeah. So let's desecrate his grave. Yeah. I love that. That's like the first thing they did.
And his death.
Oh my God, that was amazing. Because that was a big concern for a lot of people. I remember.
Like Feige had said, they're not going to do that. Like they weren't going to bring that Logan back to life. They weren't going to, you know, unalive him or alive him,
reanimate him,
zombie him,
and you know, basically make like that movie didn't happen, or like that you know, kind of like what they say about Iron Man. Like
right, yeah.
Kind of
like if I see Iron Man again, I'm gonna kill someone.
Which you will. You know, when they do the multiverse, when they do the what do you call it? Secret War. You will see a version. Like Robert Downey Jr.
I'm okay with a version.
At some point, he'll probably end up being back, but they won't re-alive that
Well, not for nothing though. They've already given us a taste of that when they did the first What If season.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That was
kind of the Tony Stark.
Right, but from the What If season is the Black Widow on the MCU is dead, right? She got sacrificed so they could get the stone.
Yeah.
And then the What If series, they bring a Black Widow from a different universe, and they drop her in the current one. And they even talk like, you know, I know that this isn't your universe, but there's nobody live there, and we're going to drop you in the new one. So Disney itself Disney/Marvel has already given us that little taste of, this isn't the one that died, it's one from a different universe, but we're going to place it in this universe.
Because we want to play with this character again.
Right, because we want to use this character. So they've already shown us that. So if they do it tastefully, like, let's say, this slogan, I'm really okay with that. It's like, all right, like, we all know. They've made it abundantly clear. They're not trying to hide it.
Yeah.
You know, that this is not the same one. It's they respect the fact that character has passed, that died. This is their
death meant something.
Their death meant something.
Yeah.
You know, they're respecting that. And if they drop a new one in, well, then I'm okay. Again, if they do tastefully, I'm good with it. So
same. Like that's all I ask is like respect this universe's thing, and it like every time we bring up like multiverse bringing people back, I always hark back to The Flash and Arrow and how poorly they kept doing that. They were like, oh no, Laurel died again. Oh no, there's an infinite universe of them and we can just keep grabbing from. Or like, what's the main guy, Harrison Wells?
Yes.
You know? Oh, he died. Let's get a funny version. Let's get a serious version. Let's get a smart version. Like,
that just sucks, right?
It's like, great, thanks.
Yes.
I hate it.
Yep. That was
Stop.
pretty awful.
Like,
that was pretty awful. So, Larry, what did you think of that?
Sickening.
What do you think of this movie?
Of this movie?
Yeah.
5 out of 5.
Well, I'll just jump to the end.
I'm going to
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. We'll just take it out from here.
Fucking A. I'll tell you, man. Not too many movies that I've watched over my years of movies really live up to the hype.
Yeah.
The Spider-Verse ones, they lived up to the hype. I absolutely love them. The Spider-Mans with Tom Holland, absolutely loved them. I feel like they really lived up to the hype. I don't think any movie in this recent history, if you will, has had as much hype and as much want as...
Not since Endgame.
Right, not since Endgame, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, even Civil War, like, I remember looking forward to Civil War, reading that comic arc, the whole thing, and wanting that, and getting what I saw on screen, it didn't match.
No, I mean, I loved Civil War.
Civil War was amazing, but yeah, no, it wasn't.
Like but the comic book and the story arc was like fucking. It was everybody. It was everybody, and I understand that you can't do that obviously for licensing. Right, at the time, like, because obviously licensing rights, and I mean, like, I understand all that, right? But knowing what the story
new world
is,
now.
Boom. So, you know, knowing what the story arc itself was, and then seeing what I got on screen, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed. I appreciated it, but I was a little disappointed. This movie here, we've been talking about this movie for the last year and a half. Everybody has wanted, even prior to that, we wanted this team up. We want it. And Ryan Reynolds obviously is a marketing genius. He kept pushing for it. He kept teasing us with it over the years. I'm talking to Hugh Jackman. It's like, oh my God, are we actually gonna get it? When they announced that they finally got it, the fucking world.
That little quick teaser. When he was sitting on the couch and he walks behind him.
He's like, fine, I'll do it. It's like, oh my God, like the fucking greatest. So ever since that,
sure, Ryan. He walked upstairs. That was awesome.
That moment happened, from there, this movie has gotten fucking hype.
Yeah.
From the very opening.
The marketing budget on this movie is ridiculous.
It's gotta be, and I'm sure
God.
we're definitely gonna get into that. We're definitely gonna get into that. So from the moment
$500 million.
We start there. Why not?
We're already going backwards anyway.
Right?
So the ending.
Right? So the hype for this this movie fucking lived up to every single minute of hype. Absolutely. It was, from the opening credits, the way that they did it, we don't like the 3D. Fucking it worked.
That was my fault. I didn't realize the movie I purchased.
Which, you know what? But I'll tell you what, though. That opening scene, I don't think it was like super duper 3D throughout the whole movie, though.
It wasn't obnoxious 3D at all.
It just kind of like dimensionalized the room, really.
Yeah.
But like
that opening scene.
No Jaws 3D. Let's put it around.
Oh my God, it's coming right at me.
that opening scene where he uses the adamantium skeleton of Logan to fucking kill everybody. I'm like, this is amazing. Like,
oh my God.
This movie hit on every single cylinder. Like, it's gonna be hard for me to find anything. And I don't think I really can. Like, the cameos that they put on were great. The fan service that they did was fucking awesome. Yeah. With Channing Tatum being Gambit, which has been something that's been screamed for forever now.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill as fucking Wolverine. Right?
We would treat you like they did down the road.
Right? It's like, the breaking of the fourth wall.
Oh my God, it was so good.
As extensive as it was, it hit on every single cylinder, and it was like this was a movie also that I didn't. People would say, "Hey, Larry, did you see this clip?" I'm like, "No, and I don't want to watch it. Like, I don't want to see." And the only thing that I read, like, at the beginning is when they said that they're going to bring back some of the people that portrayed these characters in past movies. So I knew about Pyro.
Yeah, I'd seen some shots, clips of like Pyro,
early.
Hazel,
so I didn't realize that. I didn't see Toad. But when I saw it, I was like, oh shit, that's Ray Park. I was like, I like that they used the original characters. Yeah. It was fucking great.
The only one they didn't use was Juggernaut. I don't think it was not.
No, that's
funny that they still brought back like that old kind of that old shitty one from the X-Men movie.
They brought back the Vinnie Jones look.
Yeah.
But they didn't use Vinnie Jones for whatever reason. I mean, he's old, so. But I loved seeing Wesley Snipes as Blade.
Yeah.
I loved seeing Carmen Electra.
Oh my God, that was amazing. The applause in the
oh yeah.
Theater?
When Blade showed up.
I'll
be the only Blade.
I'll be the only Blade. He's like, that's Punisher's Blade. He was like, which one? There's been like 5. He was like, whatever. He goes, but there's only one Blade, and there only will be one Blade. I'm like,
and that's not just ego. That Blade movie has been stuck in production hell for fucking ever.
Oh my God,
They keep losing directors and writers and every fucking.
That's never actually gonna happen.
Bullshit's never coming out.
I didn't take that as like Wesley Snipes being ego driven. I took that as
I took a part of that.
I'm sure.
I mean, yeah, still.
But no, here's the fucked up part. Like, I was
in a cool way.
As I'm watching it, and I was like, so Ryan Reynolds, I believe, has gone on record saying that working with Wesley Snipes was difficult because when they did Blade 3, Ryan Reynolds was one of them.
Yeah, he was in that movie.
So to see them together
that was like his
again,
first intro to Marvel, quote unquote Marvel movie stuff. Before he was the other Deadpool.
Right. Right. Yeah. That was the first one. So to see them together, I was like, all right, this is pretty cool too. And then Christopher Evans.
Yeah,
that one genuinely surprised me.
I saw it coming up like a minute before. I was like, it's Chris Evans. But then when I saw it was Chris Evans, I was like, I bet it's actually Johnny Blaze.
Yeah,
because I love that movie.
Not Johnny Storm.
Johnny Storm.
Johnny Blaze's Ghost Rider. Storm
that's what I thought. I was like, wait a minute.
No.
I could have sworn that was Ghost Rider, but I was like, I don't know.
Sorry.
But yeah, no, once I saw the reveal of Chris Evans, I was like, oh my God, is he gonna be Johnny? What was it, Storm? Yeah. And he was, and I was like, he's like, flame on, and I was like, I knew it.
You guys,
you jumped and yelled a lot during this movie.
You did. You're like, yippee.
Yeah, because I've been fucking waiting for something like this. This phase of Marvel has been absolutely fucking dog shits.
This is true.
The worst.
It's been tough to trudge through.
Oh my God!
To watch.
Hopefully this started.
Every time you would say, "Oh, we're gonna podcast on another Marvel movie or a show," I would literally roll my eyes to the back of my head, and I'm like,
I'm hoping
it's like pulling teeth. I'm like,
hoping
okay.
This spurs them. I'm afraid it's gonna be kind of a one-off. You know what I mean? Like the stuff coming down the pike won't have the same.
That's my suspicion.
I don't know that it can because we're not waiting for some other than like get to Secret Wars.
Yeah.
And whatever Avengers 4 is going to be.
God, I'm not excited for Secret Wars.
Whatever it is.
That can't go well.
Which, they're teasing it might be Avengers versus X-Men. Because they're basically doing away with the Kang Dynasty shit because of what happened.
It's for the best,
yeah, it's absolutely for the best.
Or they just recast Kang.
Yeah, they may have already done that, but my point is, like, getting away from that whole Kang storyline wouldn't necessarily be a problem. We saw Quantumania fucked itself. It was horrible. And so, like, getting that whole Kang stuff, I don't think it's really going
Everything
anywhere with
with
anybody.
Kang in it was, like, sickening. It was so bad.
I don't think anybody really gives a fuck. So, if they switch it to more of an X-Men versus the Avengers, that would be fucking awesome. Which is kind of what they're toying, which is what they're doing when she was running the TVA, basically.
Yeah.
She's kind of like, his universe, which is essentially going to be the X-Men universe, the mutant universe, it's getting stronger. So eventually, it's going to converge.
Yeah.
Kind of like what happened in Multiverse of Madness when you saw the universes were kind of converging.
Yeah.
So it's going to converge with the 616.
It has to at some point.
They're gonna start, which means your X-Men are gonna come into where the Avengers are.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen. Who knows? But that's a possibility.
Let's do a busy-ass world.
And then you have, they does that, and then you have Secret Wars followed up after that, which means they did that, and then hopefully it's Dr. Doom, King, or whatever you call it. They call him God Doom or King Doom, whatever the fuck they call him. They get him in, and he's the one who controls the whole Secret Wars storyline, which is great. And I saw out of Comic-Con. First of all, again, the advertising for this fucking movie, even at Comic-Con, they showed the movie.
Yeah.
And they showed all the people, like, the guest stars came up on stage after the movie. And then, like, you go outside, and there was this massive drone fucking display, and it went on for a long time. It was like the Marvel logo and fucking head. You have to look it up now that you've seen it. You can go see it. Like, head of Deadpool. I mean, it was like a million different things it kept doing. And then at some point, Galactus fucking comes up.
Oh, no way.
Are you shitting me?
Head of Galactus and made out of drones.
Oh my God.
And then they create the Fantastic Four logo.
Oh,
that's crazy.
So cool. All right.
Yeah, so, like, they're going fucking full tilt.
Well, I think that this is something that they kind of wanted to do. I think what it is this is the line, especially with the Galactus and the Fantastic Four. I think that that's a route that Fox wanted to go down, but they just didn't have the creative that actual Marvel has. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So they just kind of didn't know what... They were just like, hey, we own this property, but we don't really know what to do.
Well, they tried Galactus once, and it fucking sucked.
Well,
it was just a big cloud.
Yeah.
It was stupid.
So
now we're doing it right.
I want unfathomably large being.
Yes.
Yeah, we have it.
We know we can do it because we've seen this, the Celestials.
Yeah.
We've seen Celestials, so they put a cap in that. They're not coming out with Eternals 2.
Oh,
they finally came out and said, we're flat out not fucking doing Eternals 2.
Not Eternals.
Yeah, they're not doing Eternals 2. However,
Bummer.
I know we're kind of way off the track here of Deadpool Wolverine, but however, the Brave New World, Captain America, did you notice he's flying and the Sentinel hand is coming out? The Celestial hand is coming out of the Earth.
Oh,
so they're finally referencing that is
probably because I pretended it wasn't there, but
they've referenced it, I think, in something else.
Yeah, he's fighting around it. So really make it.
They're going to reference certain things, but I don't.
You have the fact that we still have giant Earth, larger than Earth shaped.
Well,
beings.
I love that they didn't.
So
I love that they kept that in. I think that was such a good choice. I'm sure that the celestial bodies are not going to be thrown off because Earth is now spinning out of control.
Yeah. So
I'm sure that's not going to
back
happen.
to Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah.
I fucking love this movie, and I knew a little bit more than you guys did because I'm a snoop and I don't care. So I knew a lot of what was going to happen. So part of the fun I had was watching you react to shit I knew was coming.
Yeah.
Here comes Blade. He's coming out. Here comes Blade. Like I knew it was happening. So I knew Johnny Storm was there. I knew all the cameos that were coming in at that point.
Well, aren't you just fucking special?
No, I just don't care. Like I don't like spoilers like that. It doesn't bother me. Like I had just as much fun. Even knowing what was going to happen, I had just as much fun watching this movie as if I didn't. It doesn't really affect me in that way. So like I got to know it. I was watching some stuff. Plus I knew we had to podcast, so I wanted to kind of get some info. Yeah. Because I knew we were going to go watch it and literally come right back here and podcast on it. So I wanted to have some backup info on it so we could talk about it. But yeah, that was really, really fucking awesome. Did it have some room for improvement? Yeah, there was a couple things. I think there was definitely some long-winded, a lot of talking. There's a lot of exposition in this movie. And 99.9% of it was fucking awful.
Yeah, it was so
awesome. And it was off the charts.
They
And listen to him
about the
banter, listen to
exposition.
them banter, listen to him
It was
just fucking
so
ripping.
good. Oh,
awesome.
I missed Deadpool so much.
And every once in a while, it was like, oh, there's a lot of exposition right now. Okay.
But they even highlight that, though. He even says it.
Yeah, I know.
He's
They
like,
make fun of it.
whoa, what's up with all the exposition?
Nobody gets a speech. Nobody gets a speech.
I love that he just killed that guy. I was like, this guy doesn't need to talk. And he goes, you're right, he doesn't. Like,
Yeah, that was fucking awesome. So many references, so many throwback. Like, Ryan Reynolds, obviously Deadpool's just ripping on everything left, right, and center. Nothing was held back. There was no holds barred.
it was beautiful.
Yeah,
it was
fucking awesome.
It was so cool.
Going through that stuff. Now,
him stapling the wig to his head.
it's a hair replacement
No,
system.
it's a hair system.
Hair system.
I like your hair system.
I like your hair system.
So
Thanks.
some of the highlights for me on a geek sense of it was obviously the Deadpool core, like the core Deadpool is like fucking awesome.
We can talk about them.
We'll talk about them.
talk about
then
them.
him going through all the multiverse and seeing the different Wolverines and Logans.
We can talk about that.
That was what Multiverse of Madness was supposed to fucking be.
Yeah.
And we finally got it. You see
Yeah.
Wolverine in the brown and yellow,
Yep.
or whatever. You see all these patches.
The very first one, the
Multiverse
very
of
first Wolverine
Madness
that you
just
see
fumbled.
is the 5'4" Wolverine.
Yes.
Which I was
the
like,
proper height.
the
He looks
proper
fucking
height.
goofy
Oh,
that
that
night.
is so
It was
funny.
awesome.
I was like, that's
hops off the
thank you.
chair. He's just
He's like, oh, Archie is the cutest one.
Oh, I just want to pinch your cheeks.
yeah.
Like,
It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
that was so funny.
You know,
Oh my
you
god.
probably identified with that one. So we're just
No, he's way too tall for me.
so just seeing that was fucking amazing. That was fan service upon fan service.
Yep.
But it was done in the right way. Like he's searching for a good Wolverine that he needs, and of course you're gonna see all the different Wolverines that we've seen over the decades, and it was fucking. The hard part of that was that I kind of wanted not necessarily more of them, but I wanted more of that. Like the Brown, I want him in the movie more.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to see him like as a past. Oh look, there he is in the original. This guy's outfit, great. Okay, move on. I want that guy following him around too. You know what I mean? Like we saw 100 Deadpools. We'd love to see 100 Wolverines come, and you know what I mean, fight the 100 Deadpools.
That's cool. I honestly think that would have been such a bad idea to play out, but it would be cool just to see them all.
Oh my god,
you know?
it was fucking awesome. But yes,
I'm glad they didn't do that, but also that would be cool.
Yeah.
Hypothetically. In practice, it'd be like, okay, this is a bit much.
But I mean, like the 100 Deadpools were awesome. Dogpool.
I'm here for Dogpool.
Dogpool won the ugliest dog in California award.
Beautiful, gorgeous.
That's why the dog was in the movie. That's why they picked that dog.
Oh,
Peggy the dog.
Peggy the dog.
That's the actress.
Literally won the award for the ugliest dog in California.
Well, first of all, the dog's got
Congratulations
no
to
That's
Peggy.
tongue.
It's because it's got
not
no teeth.
CG.
Yeah, it's because
That's
it's got no
actual
teeth.
Well, yeah.
Like,
Oh my
it wasn't
god.
like CG. The tongue just lays outside of its mouth all.
Oh yeah, because it doesn't have enough teeth to keep it in.
And
That's literally what happens.
He talked about in an interview how they had to get that because the dog basically rapes him in the mouth.
Right.
He's just sitting there
And somebody-
licking
he just
inside,
starts opening his mouth
he's
a little bit and
he's getting his
starts licking
tonsils,
back.
He's getting everything right, and he's like, it was awful because they were like, it was really early in the morning shoot. It was fucking cold out, and they had to put almost like a liverwurst type paste or some shit in his mouth because the dog wasn't doing it. It wouldn't get so the trainer's like, all right, we gotta fucking make this dog do this, and they had to stick shit in his mouth so the dog would start licking him. And he's like, you have no idea. You get this horrible tasting liver patty type shit in your mouth, and this dog's raping you in the mouth at the same time. It's like better days.
Oh my god.
So yeah, it was.
That was so funny though. It was so worth
so
it.
Good.
Like just the dog just keeps licking him.
Yeah.
And it just keeps getting worse.
Yeah.
So, speaking of the Deadpool core, ready? Who plays the cowboy pool?
Don't know.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Who
cool.
plays Lady Deadpool?
Yeah, that's his wife, Blake Lively.
Blake Lively.
Oh, that's
Blake Lively's his
cool.
wife.
Yeah, the rumors were it's either going to be Blake Lively or what's her name, Taylor Swift. But then they finally, it was recent that they finally squashed the Taylor Swift rumor because they're really good friends. Blake Lively and Taylor Swift are really good friends.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they thought maybe they got her to do it because that was kind of like a fan thing,
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it should be her.
Also,
I'm glad it was.
Who played Juggernaut?
I don't know.
Dude from Free Guy.
Which
Dude,
dude?
yeah.
Oh, dude.
from Free Guy.
Oh.
Dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was Juggernaut.
I'm a dude.
So there's the connection there
Yeah.
with one of his
Yeah, it was fucking.
co-people.
They had head
That's
pool
awesome.
in it. You had baby pool, kid pool.
Yeah.
Just the dirty
Yeah.
all of them. That was awesome.
That's funny. I knew this was going to excite you too because I had no idea who any of these people were.
It's fucking awesome. And then like
I was like, still
seeing
cool.
the Fox characters, seeing now. I know you were excited about Gambit. I was excited to see Gambit. After listening to him and watching him, I'm glad they didn't make an entire movie with Channing Tatum. I couldn't take it. He was funny in the small role that he had in this. And he was kind of quirky and cool and kind of like, oh, that's cute. But him carrying an entire movie,
that would have been a bit much.
I think though that if they did, I think it would have been done differently. I think.
Oh yeah, I don't think they would have gotten Channing Tatum. I think.
No, he was originally
supposed to be. It was supposed to be Channing Tatum.
That was the whole joke, and why he kept saying like, it was supposed to happen and it didn't happen. But maybe I was born here. Like it was supposed to be him. He was attached to that movie for a long time.
But I think though that if they originally did it with him, he would have carried the character a little bit differently than what we saw here in Deadpool because it's supposed. I mean, I think that in this one,
I'm going to agree to disagree.
That's fine.
I'll tell you why. That's just going to be a pain in the ass. That's my normal state.
Yeah.
But first of all, Marvel did this one.
Yeah.
And they're better at doing their characters than Fox was.
Yeah.
And he would have been in a Fox movie.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't have had that fucking costume on.
Fact.
And half his powers would have been fight. He even had the staff that was being charged. God knows what that fucking would have been. Because remember, they did a Gambit.
I know they did.
Yeah, it was
fucking awful.
trash.
It was no version of a Gambit
So
I've ever
disappointing.
seen. So my only point really is that it would have been Fox. It would have been done as well. And honestly, Channing Tatum, I don't really find him to be that great of an actor.
Okay.
I don't know that he could have like.
So then that's where it is. It's not so much. That's where it's him as an actor.
Fox, but most of it is him acting. He's done.
I don't think he would be a good Gambit.
He's good at Magic Mike.
Yeah.
I've seen him in other movies. He was horrible in the G.I. Joe movies. Not that they were any good.
He's good in 21 Jump Street. He's funny.
He was horrible in what do you call it? The Kingsman? Wasn't he in the Kingsman? One of the
He was.
Oh yeah, he was. Was that the second one?
I think it was the second one.
Yeah.
He was horrible.
Good movies.
Those
Great
are
movies.
amazing movies. I love Kingsman movies.
I just don't find him to be a great actor enough of to be able to hold a whole movie as a Gambit. No, because I am.
You rarely see him in a movie with just him.
Right.
He always has to have someone else.
He's got to have somebody who's supporting his acting.
Because it can't just be him.
And I'm a Gambit guy. Like I grew up, I loved Wolverine, but in the X-Men, Gambit was my guy. I used to draw him all the time. I loved Gambit. So to see him if he had done it, I'm like, oh fuck, this guy's ruining it for the whole movie. I thought it was fun, him being in this movie. I think
but that's what I think though. Like the way that he carried the character in this movie, I think was supposed to be.
It was more of a joke.
And that's what I'm.
Right, exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. I think it was supposed to be.
They never had his movie.
It was supposed to be more that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like if he actually
did well for the context. Yeah. They actually did a really good job with him.
Right, but if they did it when they were supposed to, I don't think he would have done it the same way. And I think that.
So would it have been better or worse?
I think it would have been better because I think that him as an actor. I'm not completely dismissing the idea that he's not a great actor because you're right. I don't really care to see him in different movies that I've seen him in, but I just this Remy LeBeau. It was quirky. It was funny. It
overdid the accent so that Ryan Reynolds couldn't understand what he was talking about.
Right, have that back and forth, right? But I think that if he was to do it when they were supposed to, I don't think he would have been as quirky. I think we would have gotten maybe darker around.
Would he have been able to, as an actor, would he have been able to actually pull off the accent without joking it? You know what I mean? Like he was just obviously overdoing it to overdo it.
Yeah.
Would he have been able to do it convincingly to make you think of Gambit? Maybe like this is Gambit, and we can understand what the fuck he's saying. Yeah. Or does he just not have the accent, the acting chops to pull off an accent like that?
It's genuinely
not an easy accent.
Oh my god,
Creole accent is not.
That's one of the trickiest accents to even understand. Usually, you know,
it's hard to understand, and it's hard to flip in and out, especially when you're talking about the South.
Right,
There's so many different accents in the South. You know
but
what I mean?
Especially Creole, like Louisiana, New Orleans.
It's
a super, Cajun accent is super specific, you know?
I think that.
I don't know if he has the acting chops to do it.
I don't think.
But enough with enough speech coaches, if they really want to nail it.
My issue.
I'll issue with that. Sorry, I'll disagree with that only, and this is my reason, not because of Channing Tatum. Think of good actors, great actors. Would you consider John Malkovich a great actor? Like a really great actor of our time. He's widely considered a pretty good actor.
Yeah, but I already know where you're going to go with this.
But and horrible accents. Not just in Rounders.
It's because
that was fucking awful. And imagine a dialogue coach to speak Russian. It fucking was awful.
I don't think he went to. I don't think he goes to them.
You would think he would. Or they would say, like, you need to go to a dialogue coach because you don't speak Russian. We need you to be a Russian and you sound awful. Then he was in Man in the Iron Mask. Didn't even try.
So that exactly
didn't even fucking try
because you know why?
He sucks at it. Why would you do it?
It's John fucking Malkovich. What are you gonna tell him?
If your movie is set in France,
but he's the pull though. He's the name. You're not.
That's fine. But if you want me to believe these guys are in France, you might want to have that guy with a French accent, not like New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yes. They ain't working here.
That's a good movie.
It was a good movie. I love that movie. But listen, that's your plan. That's what he sounded like.
Yeah. Yeah. That legit. Yeah. He didn't try. So. I think
I love John Malkovich.
Oh yeah, he's great.
What I liked is being John Malkovich. That was a good movie. Like that was a fun movie.
His hair.
I like John Malkovich. Anyway, back to Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah.
Mila, favorite part. Hit me up. I know it's so many. This is not going to be an easy question.
You kind of just fastballed that to me.
I did. It was fastball. Yeah. Colossus throws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colossus throws Wolverine.
Oh, right. Yeah.
He does in part 3.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Go ahead. I vamped a little bit so you could think.
Yeah. Thanks. I appreciate it. My favorite part was probably every time there was fighting.
Yeah, it's fair.
Like
it's a
the
fair fucking question.
Honda Odyssey fight.
Yeah. That's where my mind literally was going right. I'm going.
Every time they go, oh yeah, get your special sock for this one.
Nerds get your special sock for this one.
Like every time they fought, because I love a good fight scene, and they just, oh my god, they were so good.
Yeah.
It was so fun watching those. And then like after the Honda Odyssey fight, you just see like Deadpool's totally wrapped up in a seatbelt.
That was hilarious.
And then Wolverine's just like,
that's a lot of fucking seatbelts.
Where do you get all the seatbelts from?
I'm sorry, if a car hit that much seatbelt, you'd be gone through the fucking window. Like, that's a lot of extra pull. It goes forever.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't have one. This movie hit every single
credits.
Credits.
Oh my god.
Open to end, like the whole thing. I don't have.
It was so good.
This is. I think this one made it to the top 5. Huh?
Do you have a scene that didn't work that well for you?
No.
You didn't ruin the movie. But
I gotta say, there was something I was worried about. Once I saw that we were in the Mad Max world, essentially. Which was really cool. That was so funny.
Yeah, the reference was awesome.
Yeah, that was excellent.
Every reference, every fourth wall break in is fucking awesome.
Even the one that was mocking the fourth wall break was funny.
Yeah. It's like, wait, what?
What did he say again? It was like one word or something.
Yeah.
And he goes, that's not what I do. That is not what I do. But something I was worried about was when we landed in the Mad Max world.
Yeah.
I was like,
The Void.
I was like, are we going to stay in here, and is it going to get long-winded, the reason that we're in here?
Right.
Because I was like, is the whole movie going to take place in here? And essentially it was. But it was a lot. I was really worried that that was going to be a big issue. I was like, oh no. But then I totally forgot about it later.
Paul Rudd.
Oh my god.
So good.
And this is definitely one of those movies you have to see multiple times. And I saw complaints, if you will, whatever you want to call them, online, because everybody fucking complains online. But is complaints online that no, not that. I mean, there's 99.9% of people are like, this is fucking amazing. You're always gonna have that 0.1% of jackasses like, this is not great. I didn't like it. Fuck them, right? And their rusty sheriff's badge. So the point is, there are people who are like, he's breaking the fourth wall so much and he's quipping so fast, you miss them. Because you barely get finished laughing at one, and he's already said at least one or two more.
Yeah,
and you hear it because you're fucking laughing. Like, I don't give a shit. Go watch it again.
Yeah, right? It's like watching Airplane. It's exactly like watching Airplane.
Excellent.
You can't watch it once because they're so fast, but every single one is so good and so clever that you gotta watch it again.
I might take my wife tomorrow to go see it.
Listen,
since she's been ripping me apart for the last couple of weeks, that I didn't take her this time to go see it.
It's a write-off for Entertainment Rants purposes.
That's right.
I gotta see this with the family too.
I will agree with you. For those people that are complaining, I don't even know. I don't want to call it a complaint because it's really not. But
it's just an observation.
Because that's literally. I thought the same thing when I was watching. There is so fucking much of it.
It's jammed in there. There's a lot.
And they hit.
It's fucking awesome.
There's no safe boundaries. They say it to everybody. Disney, Fox, Marvel.
They rip on everybody.
They rip on everybody. There's nobody safe.
Which is kind of the.
I kind of liked it because I feel like that was important.
Fucking
you know, because I've been. They have.
It was the Eminem. No, it was the Eminem effect.
Marvel and Disney has abused me this whole time. You know, I'm like. You know what? Lay into them. Get them, Deadpool.
This did to Marvel and Disney and Fox and everything as what Eminem does, the rapper, to these other artists.
As opposed to the candy?
Yes. But because certain people here don't know who that is.
I know what fucking Eminem is, 8 Mile and all that shit. I know what that is.
You go 8 Mile. There you go. All right.
Yeah, so, once I got past 8 Mile, that's when I stopped.
That's when you stopped? All right.
I've heard enough of this jackass. I'm fine.
Awesome. He's a lyrical genius.
I love it.
So, this movie just... Stop. This whole thing was just unreal. And his balloon knot. This is definitely a movie that I'm definitely going to see a couple times. And when it goes to streaming, it's definitely going to be the movie that, like, if I'm flipping channels, I'm like, oh, Deadpool Wolverine.
I mean, it's not even, for me, it's not even a matter. When it comes out, like on either Apple TV or Amazon, I will buy it. I have the other two. I will buy it. I don't care if it's $20, $22, I'll buy it. I'll buy it because I know I will watch it a bunch of times. And this will definitely be that movie like I'll throw on a couple times. Like, oh, fuck, I want to watch Deadpool again.
Yep.
Yeah, that was so good. Oh my God. So fun.
Yeah, I will definitely watch this a whole mess of times. Even though we've already podcasted on it, I don't care. Like, I want to hear the other references. I want to see the cameos again. I want to...
Yeah.
We talked about this before we started recording. Are there any cameos you wish were there that didn't appear? Think about it now. You have all these decades of, going all the way back to Blade, which was kind of the start.
Yeah, no, Blade absolutely was.
The start, even though some people try to say it's Spider-Man. It was Blade. Blade hit very quickly before Spider-Man. Is there anybody in that whole time? Because, you see, they killed her, like, Magneto's dead. Fuck! And she melted his helmet. Fuck!
I'm glad that they brought that up, too.
Awesome.
Yeah, because it's like, of course, if somebody was watching, they're like, why don't you just get Magneto's helmet? So they hit it.
But that's what I like, too. They tried to close up as many loopholes as you can.
Exactly.
With multiverse, it's really hard to do.
And that was important for me as well.
Because, if you think about it, Magneto was a fuck. How many Magnetos did they send there?
Yeah.
There's a million fucking Deadpools. Did they only send one Magneto there? She killed him off and crushed his helmet?
Yeah.
How many Magnetos would they have sent? Would the TV have sent there?
Yeah.
Not many, because so far all the Magnetos have been pretty successful, so... Like, whenever they're on screen, so they're fine.
They're fine.
That's like the Deadpools. Well, no, the Wolverines. It's like, no, we got some pretty good Wolverines. We don't really need any bad Wolverines. But I guess the one that would even begin to cross my mind, they already hit on, was the Daredevil.
Yeah.
Was, who was it? Oh, he also played like Bruce Wayne. Ben Affleck, yeah. Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
Yeah, because that was the one with
Elektra.
With Elektra, yeah. That would have been funny to see because you could really rip on him a lot.
Yeah.
Well, but that's the thing though. Like, in order for Elektra to be there,
which was funny as shit.
She was like.
But I was happy to see Elektra anyway.
Right. So her timeline was her timeline died because the person that the mainstay died, so I'm guessing that was Daredevil, so she escaped, right? Is that how that works?
Yeah, I think
how many Punishers? There's a million of them.
I know, that was awesome. Like, this will be like 5.
That was so funny.
That was really fucking good.
Every time they broke that fourth wall, it was
so
great,
good. Because it was real. It was legit.
It was real, and it was done with intent. It's one thing when they break the fourth wall just to be like for ha-has, and it's like, all right, I get it. That's what that character does. That's what Deadpool does. That's what She-Hulk did. But every time they did it in this particular movie, it was for intent.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Every single part of it. With the comment that he does about Blade, the killing off of this universe and the Fox universe, and everything was so fucking done well. Characters that I wish that was there, I don't know. I mean,
like Jonah Hex or something.
I don't think there's that. No, I was happy with it. I mean, we couldn't see any other X-Men because we needed this Wolverine to have that eaten at him, right? So we couldn't see any other X-Men, even though we got Gambit, which
Gambit doesn't count though.
Right, I mean, Gambit doesn't count.
You never see a Wolverine interact with him.
Yeah.
I mean, you did in that fake Wolverine Origins.
Yeah.
Whatever that was.
Ugh.
That was bad. But I mean, what universe does he come from though?
Well, he was.
Yeah. He comes from that.
He comes from Channing Tatum, doesn't he? Like the very notion.
Yeah, no, that was the Logan.
Because he said he said he was born there.
That was the Logan universe. That original Fox universe Wolverine is the one that dies in Logan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right.
That's the same one they did for Wolverine Origins, which is where we see original version of Gambit.
I mean, No, I'm cool with all the characters that I saw. I don't need any new ones.
I'm cool.
No, that was because again they.
I mean, they reference a lot of people that Cassandra Nova had killed off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, they
So
killed
yeah,
off
so
a lot
that's
of
the thing. So it's like there was never a question. I was like, well, what about this person? Oh, they died.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. And
They died.
They
Killed
died.
Quicksilver,
Thank you.
she
The
killed a
end.
lot of
She
people.
killed a shitload of them. I love that they brought the characters that they did use. Like I said, I love the fact that they used all the original actors. Ray Park was Toad. Kelly Wu was Lady Deathstrike. That you saw her with the nails. I was like, oh my god, that's so fucking cool. Like I love the fact that they brought back all those people to to play those characters that they played in the original movies. I don't know, man. I have nothing fucking bad to say about this.
Nothing. Come on.
Come on!
I got nothing. This is.
I got a question.
This movie may have just cracked the top 5 for me. It's
Yeah.
fucking wild. Yeah.
I mean, that was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Like, it was really fun. It was
it was
such a joy to
super
watch.
fun. Super fun.
Every second, I was like totally
Oh yeah,
entertained.
I really want to like finish up here and go watch it again. Like I am that jacked up.
Yeah, I mean, this movie could have possibly cracked top 3 Marvel out of all of them. Like,
Honestly,
yeah,
I can
Oh,
believe
yeah.
that. Yeah.
like
Easily.
this fucking movie was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It was like you said. It was worth the wait.
Oh my god.
Well worth it. Did you say you had a question?
Oh, yeah. So this was about Wolverine's backstory. Was it? Now, tell me if I'm wrong. Was this the universe where he, like, I don't know, gets mind warped or something and he kills all of them? All the X-Men?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
No, I know what you're talking about. That was.
Because I was like, is this what we're referencing to, or is this something
that's-
totally different?
That's what I was wondering too. But
Like, is there gonna be some reveal,
So
or-
that's a Wasteland story.
Okay.
That's what that is. And fucking, that's great that you brought high fives.
High five it.
I don't have these are my
So that's
rare
a-
moments.
That's a Wasteland story that just came out on podcasts like Apple or whatever. But that's what I was wondering too. If that was
Okay.
the Wolverine that I was wondering if they were gonna play off of that.
Yeah.
But I mean, they explained that it wasn't. Just he decided that he didn't want to be an X-Man, and he went off and got fucking
Drunk.
all the time.
Hammered.
And then
Well,
he
it was the way they came for the X-Men. He killed everybody.
Yeah. So that, I mean, that's how that. And
then he went
just
on like a
wasn't
fucking
there.
rampage and was
And
just
killed all the humans and
Yeah.
good and
A lot of
bad.
fucking
So that,
people.
I mean, they explained
Good and bad,
that
apparently.
one, right?
Okay, that's what he was talking about. Was
Yeah.
he just started killing like
He just
anyone
started
in his
killing, yeah.
vicinity?
Yeah, pretty much, especially the people that.
Because
went
I was
after them.
like, anyone?
Yeah,
like,
sounded like it.
is there something else doing back here? Like, everyone?
That's a great question, Mila. Good for you.
Yeah.
I'm impressed, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
See, I got my things. You know.
You get your things.
I've got my niche little topics I know about.
Yay, Mila.
Thank you. I'll be here for the rest of the podcast. Thank you.
Unfortunately.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
And just like that.
Damn.
Whoa, that took a turn.
Knocked
really
right
fast.
back down a couple
There
pegs.
you go. Put you right back down.
I'm back.
All right, good.
Head has shrunken.
Thank God, we're gonna get you through the door. All right, awesome. All right, so we talked about favorite parts, least favorite parts. Nobody had any.
Yeah.
There's
I
no-
got fucking nothing for you.
What's your favorite Deadpool? Who's your favorite Deadpool?
The one we have.
Deadpool Prime?
This one.
Deadpool Prime.
Prime, easy.
Yeah, I just Ryan Reynolds had.
He's just.
Apparently, Doug Reynolds played Nice Pool. That's what the credits say. It's got a picture for him.
No, I
Oh,
bet it.
get out of here!
Oh my
That's
god.
hilarious. This Ryan Reynolds played Deadpool unfucking believable. When he came out with it the first time, we'll talk about the good Deadpool, not even the little bit that we got of him in that movie Logan, right?
Yeah.
It made sense to have Ryan
Wolverine,
Reynolds.
The Origins.
Yeah, Wolverine. I'm sorry. Wolverine Origins. It made sense when I first saw that. Like, it made sense that Ryan Reynolds was Deadpool in that movie.
It's like Patrick Stewart, like
Yeah.
levels,
Right.
like
Oh, no,
with
100%.
Xavier.
Junior, yeah.
Absolutely. Like,
Ugh.
he fucking nailed it. So it didn't surprise me, but he, like, I've seen him in other movies. I've seen Ryan Reynolds in other movies.
Yeah.
My problem with Ryan Reynolds has always been he's Ryan Reynolds in all his movies.
Yeah.
There's not too much, just like The Rock is The Rock in
Yeah.
all his movies.
This is Ryan Reynolds' prime, though.
This is like, this is like,
He's in his environment here.
Yeah, and the Vince Wilder reference that they use, I was like, oh my fucking God. Like, again,
Yeah,
that's where I
Van
first saw Ryan Reynolds was in Van Wilder, rather.
Yeah.
And so when he uses him as what does it say? It was called like Van Deadpool or something like that. I was like, holy shit, that's great.
Yeah.
And then he looks, then the nice pool looks and goes, something that he did with Sandra Bullock.
The Proposal.
The Proposal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he goes.
And I was
The Proposal.
He was like, "Oh, I could do it too." The Proposal. I was like, "That's fucking hilarious." I love that he takes the piss out of himself, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, the Deadpool Prime is Ryan Reynolds at his fucking best. If he never did another movie, I'd be absolutely happy with.
Yeah.
Like, leave it alone. Don't touch it. And as if they ever try to do another Deadpool, it's gonna be super hard. Just like people
Can't
don't
top
want
this
like,
one.
well, people don't
It's
want to
gonna
see
be
another
impossible
Wolverine,
to top
right?
this one.
Nobody wants to see another Wolverine.
Oh, you mean
Until-
Ryan Reynolds stops doing it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like we don't. That's how.
No, it-
We're bringing him back.
Guy has to die with him.
Reboot.
Like, yeah,
Shut
no
up.
It's okay, because we're going to get Hugh Jackman till he's 90, apparently.
Apparently, and,
Tell you
you know,
what I need.
again, the references that they make. It's like,
I love it.
He kept doing it to him till 90,
bro,
it goes
the
to your
whole-
90.
Dude, you are never getting away from this role, bro.
so good.
You thought you had it out? Nuh-uh. Not anymore.
So good.
We got a multiverse.
That's right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
it's so good.
That was fucking awesome.
Stanley cameo.
Yep, on the bus.
Right on the bus.
Yeah.
And that one caught me by like, oh, you probably already knew that was going to happen.
Yep, I did.
I didn't. So when the bus went by and I saw his, I was like, oh my god, did you see it?
Stanley?
Yeah,
Stanley, he was-
Stanley's on the bus.
so when-
Oh, Stan Lee. Oh.
Not Stanley,
Oh, like
as in-
Stanley. Is this something
Who's Stanley? No,
Stan Lee.
Yeah.
You see his picture, he was on the billboard. I was like, son of a bitch,
There was a date on there. I think it was the year he was
1922, that's what I thought. I was like, oh, I gotta look that up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then of course the Rob Liefeld reference, which was awesome.
Very, very, very good.
Yeah.
I saw that. But that one I actually kind of knew about like a while ago. Somebody
Yeah,
had
it's on like every one of advertises when they're walking towards the
Right, but I saw something written up about
the
that. and I was
shop
like,
behind him that they
that's
crashed into, and it was like all on like fire or whatever, like that. It's Liefeld's.
Oh.
Liefeld was the guy who created Deadpool.
Oh, that's funny.
Rob Liefeld was the artist who created Deadpool originally.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Like, I love the little references, like, because even if there are references you don't get, they're still there and you can, like, discover it later and go,
Yeah.
oh, that's what he was talking about. Like,
There's a few of them. There's, I think at some point, it's either there or on the bus. There's like a QR code that goes to one of the books.
oh,
Scan
nice.
it.
That's cool.
When they first hit the void and he's just kind of laying there when Wolverine comes up and stabs him,
Yeah.
to our left, his right, there's a comic book on the ground. And it's basically the Doctor Doom, like Lord Doom for Secret Wars. It's the start of the whole Secret Wars stuff.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah,
That's
it's really
cool.
hard to kind of catch, but it's kind of dusty and shit.
Right.
But it's right there. I don't know if they were like they had been showing that in promos and stuff, so you never know if they're gonna take it out. Do you know what I mean? And redo it, like, you know, because that happens. They take
Yeah.
stuff out of the movie or put stuff in. Have you ever watched like the original trailer for Civil War? And there's that lineup shot when it's like they're going down the line.
Yeah,
and
don't
you
they
see
cut Spider-Man out?
Spider-Man's not in it.
Yeah.
Like, you see the side by side, and Spider-Man's not in there. Of course.
Or like Thor, they put an eye on him when he didn't have an eye
exactly.
there.
Things like that. Or the Hulk, the Hulk running through.
it was actually the Hulkbuster.
But it was actually Bruce Banner in the Hulk.
Right,
So you
right.
see the Hulk running down the
That was an option.
the prairie, if
that
you
was
will.
a decision.
Yeah, it was a decision, which I got. I understood.
Yeah, I got it too.
But yeah, so we'll see. I mean, like that's that I thought they would change that, but they didn't. So it still references the fact that might be where they go with Secret Wars, and I hope they do. I hope they go with that Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
We need Doctor Doom in this. We need a Doctor Doom that's done correctly.
Oh
Right.
my god, I
We've
want
seen
one.
Dr. Doom
Just
a
at
few
least
things
one.
never been done right.
Please,
Well,
one.
not only has the Doctor Doom's not been done right, just the Fantastic Fours really haven't been done right.
The first one was
the
good.
First one wasn't,
You know, it was
wasn't
okay.
bad.
It was serviceable.
It was.
Yeah.
That's literally.
It was like pre-Iron Man.
So was.
It was the
second one.
best for the time it was. Like
The second one wasn't-
before Iron Man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think after we saw Iron Man, they
second
did
one was-
such a great job that we went, oh fuck.
It was the
That's when they
It was-
leveled
it
up
was the level.
and started gluing things
Yeah,
together.
but that was the
Right.
high
And
bar.
then it was a
Right.
different animal altogether.
This is a high bar. This is
You
what you have
know?
to meet, and a lot of it at that time did, and then of course since Endgame it hasn't. But they knew how to do their own characters correctly.
Yeah.
Look, feel, everything, writing. They knew how to do it right. And the other ones like Fox and Sony, were just kind of taking a stab at it.
Right.
So this was a lot easier for them to do.
Well, again, but you also have to understand though, those other, Fox and Sony, they bought the Marvel property when Marvel was going bankrupt.
Yeah.
They bought that property for like $2 in a carton of orange juice.
Yeah.
So they didn't.
Pack of cigs.
Yeah, pack of cigs, you know, like they didn't have to put
They hit the lottery.
Oh my God, they didn't have to put a lot into these movies
$2 and a line
to
of Coke.
make their
Let's do
money.
it.
Yeah,
White powder.
So they didn't need.
Fight against the rest of all of them.
We can't snort it. We can't snort it.
Yeah, no, can't start. Can't sidewalk cocaine. So it's like they didn't need to spend a lot of money to make that money. They were like, we bought it for $5. If we make $7 on this movie, we've made our money already. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they didn't have to put a lot into said properties. It was just making money. And then we talked about this with Sony and the whole Spider-Man. They don't need to make good fucking movies. They've already made.
They really suck at it.
They've already made their move. They've already made their money hand over fist on the Spider-Man property.
Yeah.
So it's like, we spent $100 million on this. That's okay. We've made $3 billion off this
as long as the
fucking
movie
franchise.
makes money, as long as they profit from the movie,
whether it's a dollar or the 4 times the amount, which makes it a success. They've already made their money on this property so many times. Yeah. So now Disney owns them. Sorry, thank you, Fox, for trying to. They didn't do a bad job with the X-Men stuff. They gave us something, and it wasn't, honestly. It took me a while to really like the original X-Men. But after watching it a couple times, I was like, I could get behind it by doing that. I enjoyed the second and the third one. Same thing when they came out with the First Class. I was like, you're gonna do this to me again?
Yep. We are not going to put the original characters.
We are not going to put the original 5 members of X-Men in a fucking X-Men origin movie. And I'm like, oh, fuck me. But I took that pill a little easier the second time around that they did it. Yeah. And then they gave us that fucking 4 Horsemen crap with Apocalypse, which absolutely sucked.
That was Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix.
That was
Dark Phoenix was the death of that X-Men.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. But now that universe is dead, thankfully.
Although they would have loved to have seen some reference to that in this movie. Maybe I missed it and watched them killing.
There wasn't a lot.
Killing off Dark Phoenix and Apocalypse, their storylines.
They're
putting the nail in the coffin.
But they're fucking super entities. You can never kill them technically off.
No, just like the movies.
The movies, but
right. Like, we're killing off because we knew those movies sucked, so we're gonna fucking trash them.
Yeah, you know what?
They trashed so much.
They trashed everything else. So it's like you guys got we smashed everything.
Yeah.
We're not gonna.
You get the idea. We don't have to bring up the X-Men
We don't have to
movies.
bring up the Phoenix and Apocalypse. We destroyed all of it.
Because they also did that already. Deadpool 1 and 2.
Yeah.
He already shat on whatever abomination X-Men kept making. He went back in time to kill himself when he was like, Green Lantern, that's a great idea.
You'll thank me later.
Or he shoots the.
I never seen any other X-Men. It's like they can't afford
Wolverine Origins one.
Yeah. I love that one. There's only just you and. It's like they can't afford any other X-Men.
I love that.
The nation's very empty.
They pass the room with all of them in there going close the door.
What pissed me off too is was it Apocalypse when they're all actually wearing X-Men costumes at the very end in the danger room. Right, I think it was Apocalypse.
So.
It was Apocalypse.
Yeah.
And then the very next movie, they're not in the fucking costumes anymore. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck? You just had them in the brief 2 seconds. Was wearing shit, and then the very next movie they're back to flight suits. You assholes! Which is why I'm so excited.
That's how to piss them off.
Oh, I'm so excited to have them.
Yeah.
What did you think of the Wolverine mask?
I like that they made fun of it.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I liked that they made fun of it.
I think Larry's gonna jump the table.
Larry
might flip the table on you just so
because the thing is,
what do you mean they made fun of it?
The only thing that I can see, the only way that the Wolverine that they've shown is the Wolverine. Thank you very much.
No problem.
The only Logan that I can, oh my God. You guys are throwing me off so much.
Oh, now we're throwing you off. Yeah. It's only been how long? How many episodes? Now we're throwing you off.
The only way I can see this Logan wearing that outfit is if he has a tragic backstory relating to it. Because I literally could never picture him wearing that mask.
Really?
Ever. I was like, what are you've given me this gritty, gnarly guy who's drinking and smoking cigars. He's gonna wear that mask in public.
Yeah.
That was the costume.
He's been doing it since the beginning in the comics.
Fucking ain't
Because
right.
it's a comic, you can just shove him in there. But like in the movies, I was like, you're gonna have to give me a realistic way he's actually going to wear this
move his
outfit.
neck.
I looked right at you. I was like, oh my god.
No, that was so
I
funny.
was this close to me, like, why the fuck did they mention the white eyes?
That's what I was like.
Come on!
Fuck you and your opinions, Mina. That dress was awesome.
They had these white eyes.
So good.
Fucking white
It was
eyes.
great when he put it on. I thought it was really cool.
His white eyes weren't moving like.
No, they weren't.
Deadpool's,
They were not
though.
that animated. No.
No.
Which again proves the fact that you can fucking do it even if you don't animate them.
Yeah. No, that
I mean,
was.
Deadpool's are animated, but like Wolverine's mask wasn't.
That's him
like,
pulling
you
on.
can fucking do it. You had 17 Batman movies, and we can't get a fucking mask.
You got Spider-Man. You got Deadpool. Make it work.
Listen, him putting that mask on was so fucking
I
cool.
love that you never fucking see it.
Yeah.
You never see it.
never
You
see
see
right.
back shots of him all through the fucking movie.
Yeah, he
You know,
pulls
there's,
it out.
Zinc.
And he pulls it right. So it's like.
You're like, has that been there this whole time?
That's one of the
Yeah,
things.
but like the fucking ear thing, you know, the handles.
The blowjob handles.
The blowjob handles.
Oh,
they're
what's
like
that?
perfect.
Air
And they're
resistance.
stiff. It's not like they were loose and they would have gone to his costume. They're fucking stiff. The
Stiff.
whole thing
So-
is like a helmet, not a mask.
The way it was
How the
always.
fuck were you keeping that? Where were you keeping that?
The way that kind of. The way it was always
I don't
drawn.
care. I'll tell you why, because it's a comic book movie,
I-
and that's how it looks in the comics. Like something.
yeah, no,
like,
I
I don't
get
fucking
that.
see it. Then all of a sudden, boom, they got a mask on.
I wish
that's how
that
comic works.
So that was a surprise factor, right? That's why we didn't see it. It was a surprise factor. But every time it's always been drawn, when he doesn't have his mask on, it's drooping like a hoodie.
Yeah.
Always. Every time you
Yeah,
see
it's like a
Wolverine,
hoodie.
Yeah.
It's like a hoodie.
It's like a hoodie, and he pops it up.
He has no hoodie here. He
has no hoodie.
Yeah,
here.
no hoodie for the whole movie.
So
'Cause
again,
they wanted that surprise.
They wanted that surprise, and like this.
I knew it was coming. I knew at some
See,
point.
I didn't
in the
know it was
movie-
coming.
But I knew in the movie at some point he wears the mask. I didn't know that was when he was. I didn't know that. But I knew at some point he was going to have the mask on. They've been talking about
Yeah.
that for a while.
Yeah.
I knew, I
And
just
there's
didn't
been
spare
some
the
leaked
thought.
shots, and like there's the Hot Toys figures already on pre-order. So
Yeah.
you could a month or two ago you could have seen what he looked like because they have the Hot Toys for it. But like I didn't know how they were going to reveal it, and he's not carrying it. It's nowhere to be found. He's in a movie.
So he just
like,
pulled it out of his collar. It was like,
it's
whoa,
a
bang!
big
It's
thing.
like,
So I'm like, what the fuck did he just get that from?
Whoa.
I mean, the best too is like when Ryan Reynolds when Deadpool saw you, when he was like, "You waiting for it now to pull that out?" I was like, "Fucking A right!"
Right.
So good. So
It was cool seeing the reveal, though.
Yeah,
It was
the reveal
really.
was awesome.
Again, I have no.
Yeah, and Deadpool falls.
I have
Yeah.
no real issue with the costume. It's just that, like, just the character they've given me, you know? Because I didn't really read the comics, you know? So I'm looking at this, like, gritty guy, you know? It's like picturing one of those gritty cops getting in a blue jumps, and you go like, all right, buddy.
Oh, that's the CPA people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
okay.
know?
So for you, it was the.
There was only one way he was going to wear that.
Yeah.
The character they'd given me through the movies.
Right. So I mean, you're used to seeing him done a certain way, whether it's a black biker outfit.
I'm
or
not
like
wearing
a
that
tank top.
stupid ass outfit.
Yeah.
That's who I've been raised on.
Yeah.
Which again, which was very well dealt with in the movie, and why
Yeah.
he said he was wearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that was a great pull. But then again, you see the multiverse versions of him, and you see the brown and gold. Like you see the different.
I love that.
Oh,
outfit.
I wanted more of that one because
Oh my
that's
God,
my
that's-
favorite outfit.
Yeah.
because that's
That's
when
the
I
Jim
really
Lee.
started knowing.
The
Yeah.
brown and gold. That's the Jim Lee stuff. I fucking
So,
love that
you
shit.
know, like, but all the other ones are fucking awesome too.
Yeah.
We'd love to see more of Patch.
So Patch was probably one of my favorite ones because it was very James Bond. That's when he goes
Yeah.
up to Canada.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
cool. That was really cool
And that
looking.
stuff, it's the white tux and
Yeah.
that was so cool. Fuck, this movie was awesome.
yeah,
So good.
we need more.
It was so cool.
And it's something that we've been waiting for since fucking Endgame. Since this whole phase is, what phase are we in, 5?
I don't know anymore.
It was like 17, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. This whole
Yeah.
phase has been such a downer. And the hype behind, again, like I said, like the hype behind this movie, it lived up to fucking every moment of it. You know, from
This
beginning
is a
to
great
end.
way to.
To segue
Yes,
right into our next area. So it's
Stuff
like
again.
we've seen what?
Okay, I just heard like weird
I
sounds.
thought I heard that too.
Yeah, okay, oh, it's not just me.
Yeah, no,
we're
no.
fine.
And
Yeah.
I'm Googling, so.
I wonder if that's what
Google.
starts happening. Oh no, I guess not. All right.
Touch the mic with it.
No, but I heard that step crackle pop too.
Wait, here, let me.
That's fine. This is, yeah, it is you. It makes for good podcasting.
All right.
All right, we get the message.
Can now we know.
Oh, fucking 2
Anywho.
years, I gotta finally edit something.
Jesus. But we never do. You say that, we never
do. I don't.
Everything happens.
We get to
I do
hear
my
that
best.
little bit of feedback.
I do my best to clean up the
The
audio, and that's about
ASMR. Here, let me start tapping things.
I clean up the ends. I clean up the ends and fucking try to clean up the audio a little bit. That's about it.
Yeah, this movie was, man, I don't. This is definitely a movie I want to go back to watch.
Yeah.
Like, I want to pick it up again. I want to hear more shit that he says. I love.
What did you think of Cassandra Nova as a villain?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Fucking
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't,
I've got no qualms.
I don't know much about her as a character.
Yeah.
I had her like when
Neither do I.
when this first got released, they says, oh, Cassandra, I had to like go back to look at it, and then there was like this one little like write up about Charles Xavier's family that's in this movie. I was like, oh, who's in the fucking movie? And so they kind of give him like a lineage, like who his son is, and they talk about his sister. I was like, oh, I didn't even know. So they introduced a new character to me that is never known about this character. And again, it was easy for my head to wrap around this.
Yeah.
It was an evil twin. The TVA, see, and here's... Having a multiverse can either be a really good thing or a really bad thing.
Yeah.
As far as the bad thing, this is something I was always worried about, that if something happens that fucking sucked, if the shitty writing or whatever, you can always blame, oh, well, that happened in the multiverse. Like, you don't have to keep it in line with the 12 movies that we've watched.
Right.
If it doesn't line up properly and it doesn't get a good rating, you can always say, oh, well, that happened in multiverse. We don't have to worry about that, right? Mm-hmm. Which DC has a huge problem with. They can't figure out which Batman we were supposed to watch.
Yeah.
They have
All of
fucking...
them.
watch all of them. It's the outer world, the other world, this world, that world,
yeah.
fucking DCU, DCE, whatever the fuck. That's always been my problem with the whole multiverse thing. But on a good side, you can use that as they used it with this. It's like we've never seen Cassandra Nova.
Yep.
Out of all the movies, we've never even known that
We've
Charles
been to
Xavier...
the Void before too, but we never see part of it.
So we've seen the Void, so we know about the Void. It's like, all right, cool. That's where all the other shit goes.
Loki,
That's why
season
we're-
1,
right.
episode 5.
Fucking awesome. So when they introduced this character to us, to me, as a person that's never watched it, they explained to me, they were like, all right, this was a twin, the TVA fucking pruned her out. And it's like,
when she was still a baby.
Was still a baby. Yeah. So like Charles Xavier didn't even know about her. So and the way that they do this, he never felt it because it was in the fucking Void. I'm like, thank you. And the reason why they were able to do that for me is because I did watch Loki. So I know about TVA. I know about the Void. Like, they've introduced these different aspects.
Yeah.
So when they introduce a character that we've never seen before, we're not left with the, well, how come this didn't happen? Well, because it got fucking pruned. It was an easy right away. And I can appreciate that.
And they
So I'm
did
like, all right,
explain
cool.
it. They actually took the time to explain it.
Exactly,
I love that. Oh my God. Tying up easy loose ends.
Right. And now we never have to see her again because we are led to believe that she exploded. All right, cool.
Yeah.
And if they bring her back, let's say, in a different fucking universe, which I kind of hope that they don't. But if they do, I think that they've done enough. The writers on this one, they've done a good enough job in how to explain things.
Yeah.
So
I don't think she's necessarily worth bringing back.
I don't either.
Yeah.
But they could.
But it was
Sometimes you see those decisions made and you go, okay.
I mean, the way I look at it as Eliath came and fucking ate all those people that were left.
Yeah.
So like if they...
Yeah, they ate all the Fox Universe people. They
yeah,
ate Elektra.
exactly. And that's how it got killed.
Yeah.
Thank you. Great
we were
setup.
only able to get X-23.
Yeah. Like, all right, cool.
And that was cool too. I liked that. Because I was like, what about X-23? Didn't we just save her whole ass life in Logan?
Yeah.
So
but being able to let her live was cool.
That's been a question online is that if you can go back and get her.
Why can't you go back and go get Logan?
Because he's full.
Elektra, Blade.
Because he ate. He's full. He doesn't eat everybody there. You saw it happen before. He came and stormed the entire Ant-Man village thing.
Yeah.
And he was willing to just take Deadpool and Wolverine. Why do you think everyone else is still there?
You mean Eliath?
Yeah, Eliath. Why do you...
Wait, hold on. Your original... I just got lost there.
Why not save the others?
Yeah, why couldn't they go
I'm assuming they were eaten.
Go back to where?
You're
wait,
assuming,
hold on.
but we don't
Go
know
back to
that.
where?
Where did they get X-23 from? At the end of the movie, she's sitting there next to Logan and Wolverine. She's the one from the Void. They said, remember what's her name?
They didn't say she was from the Void.
Wait.
They said Gambit was from the Void.
No, they were all in the Void. She was in
Yeah.
the Void with them.
Yeah.
And they went and got her from the Void because what's her name? The one who was running the TVA, whatever the fuck her name is. She said she could help.
B-15.
B-15. She said she could go.
I don't even remember her.
What?
What? Wait, was she sitting?
Maybe.
Wait, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
She's sitting next to Logan. She's in the
Oh,
apartment.
at the party at the apartment. Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
I have no fucking idea.
They went and got her from the Void.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
brought her back to 1003.
Gotcha. So 10005. Gotcha.
Fucking get everybody else.
And what I'm saying is, like, there's this whole ass Ant-Man village thing, right?
Yeah. How does she survive?
And big ghost guy, whatever his name is, Eliath. Not gonna remember that. Eliath comes, like, he's coming, right?
Yeah.
And they're not all running away screaming.
Right.
They go, oh, well, he'll just take these two. And then, because they're not running, they're fine. She's fine, you know?
But
so I think it will just.
She was one of the people hunting everybody down in the village. So when Eliath came and took Blade and Elektra and Gambit, assuming why didn't he take her?
Again, this is all assuming. I'm assuming that was enough. He was done after that.
He didn't want to eat anybody else.
I don't know.
Because you wouldn't have eaten anyone else.
Scary monster has a full belly.
Well, maybe he does.
I had a big fucking breakfast, and I'm not gonna take the little tiny girl.
Well, no. Well, hold on. Wait. Hold on. How the fuck did they manage to survive that whole time?
They were hiding. They were hiding in their little hut.
Okay, the people in the village, though.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
They were hiding in that little where she ended up. But she took the no. I'm talking about that one.
I am.
X-23 took. The van. She drove the van and drove them back to where Gambit.
Yep.
And that's their little hideout.
Yes.
Yeah.
That they've been secretly staying away from.
At the end,
from.
Eliath comes
To the village.
to the village. That's like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no top.
Well, but the hands were blown open.
Well, that's.
Okay, this is a
He just
fuck.
comes swooping through.
Right. So
He is a gaseous form.
what was stopping him from eating the people before inside the Ant-Man village?
My thinking was that.
Let's start there.
If I remember, and I could be wrong, was something about Cassandra was basically saying, these are the ones you need to take. She's kind of running the fucking Void.
So you're saying that
I need you to take these two fuckers, and it just was coming for them.
So you're assuming she has some sort of control over Eliath. And I'm assuming that they were, like, Gambit and the rest were powerful enough that he was happy just having them. That there was only one possible thing,
Yeah, I'd have to go
person
back
left.
to Loki too to see if the thing has that kind of like discerning taste.
Yeah. Not that he doesn't think they taste good.
It's just a big fucking.
Just that they have enough power or something. You know, because they have powers. She has claws.
Elektra has no powers.
Elektra has no powers.
You are right about that.
Just walking on a big fork
Then maybe she
stick.
just got lucky, I guess.
She was doing this whole battle scene with just a couple of pokey sticks.
I'm assuming hypothetically it'd be lucky. Lucky that X-23 was left.
Yeah.
Again, all of this is assuming because we really don't know.
Well, so that was my problem with it. That was my only problem with this movie is that you got her out. Why didn't everybody else come out with her?
Yeah.
Or, and I've seen this online, are they? They could be.
That's
they could
true
be
too.
out and just running around. They didn't necessarily have to invite them to the fucking party.
But
they all could have come out.
But,
and be running
we're
around.
not close like that.
Yeah, we're not tight.
Or maybe it's just the X-23 of that universe.
It didn't see, and I'll say why. It didn't seem like that only because this one seemed like the one who was kind of like, all right, I've fucking been through some shit with you guys. I know you guys, so let's all hang out at your party. But it was a different X-23, and she's kind of a bitch. Like, she was kind of a psycho from below.
Well, she's also like 5 and had a lot of unregulated anger.
Time, right, but now she's older, which has been even more unregulated since now she's gotten older.
True.
Like, how would they just go find her and say, hey, we know you come to my party? She'd have been like, I'm going to stab you.
Yeah, but hold up. But we don't know the time difference, right, between the end of that to the party that they're having. No, it's got to be quick because
it's quick.
It's got to be like right after because he was like, I'm gonna take the dog. You better talk to that girl. So I you know what? I'm with you. You fucking pissed. Damn it!
I just pissed on your shit, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You pissed on my shit.
99 out of 100.
99 out of 100. That fucking. I'm with you. Know what? I'm with you. I'm with you on that one.
4.9.
I'm wondering. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Although, again, let's zoom out this is minuscule.
It totally is minuscule.
Super is, but
It in no way, it in no way ruins the movie for me.
Because this is like the smallest detail in the world.
I didn't think of it.
We're on a podcast. I figured I'd just throw that out there for you guys to talk about. It does not ruin the movie for me. I can't wait to see it again, and I won't get aggravated. I wasn't aggravated at that part. I was just like, that's odd. That's all. It wasn't like, what the fuck?
It was more like raising a question.
Yeah,
why is that the way that it is?
Are they just running around in the universe and we just don't see them because
how does the void really work?
We don't need to see them.
How does Elias work?
Did she go back and save them all? Did she just save her?
Elias.
Kind of like Goliath dropped the G.
Got you. Oh, that actually makes it a little.
Say it with us. Goliath.
Goliath.
Drop the G.
Drop the G.
Elias.
Done. Gotcha. All right, I'm with it.
Yeah. Let's drop the G-O, but yeah.
Yeah, there's no go.
There's no go. It's Elias.
Elias.
Oh, yeah.
Goliath.
Well, if you say it like Goliath, not Goliath.
Yeah, you don't say Goliath.
I don't go around going, oh, it's the Goliath. What are we going to do?
Goliath.
I say it like a G-A, even if it's not spelled that way.
Right, well, yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. So there you have it. All right, we ready?
Yeah, we're ready, man. Budget versus gross.
Mila!
250 million.
As a budget?
As the budget?
Budget.
Okay.
250 and 1.
It's 200.
Oh, yeah.
200 million. So you guys work that back. 200 million budget. This movie came out Friday, which is yesterday.
The weekend's not over, though.
The weekend isn't over, so...
What is it so far?
Wait, we have a number?
Oh, yeah, we got a number. It came out yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to... They got to post numbers.
Now, granted, it's come out in certain spots, like earlier this week, like pre-screen stuff like that. And today is Saturday. So today, I just for podcasting date, today's the 27th. This movie came out the 26th.
Yeah, we're gonna post this on Tuesday. Like
and we're gonna so when you listen to this, it's Tuesday, so it's already been a couple days. But this is literally, let's say, for the general
purpose. Saturday the 27th.
It's been out for a day. What do you think the fucking gross is?
I think it's might have already like made its money back.
Okay, so give me a number.
So I'm assuming 230 mil.
300.
211 fucking million.
Wow.
Damn.
It's been out for a fucking day.
That's.
But don't forget,
I mean, the hype for this was insane.
No,
though.
but don't forget, this had the highest number of pre-sale tickets like in any Marvel movie.
So
I think it beat.
Because the hype is so crazy.
I'm pretty sure. Check me on that, but I think it beat.
And the word of mouth is going to be insane now.
Yeah, I mean,
the pre-sale.
Everyone's going to be like, watch that movie.
I brought mine pre-sale. I brought mine.
Yeah, you were one of them.
Yeah, you said that via the text. I was like, oh shit. I mean, pre-sales obviously how.
I even bought a ticket for my popcorn.
Yeah,
it's gonna have a seat all of its own.
I just read something real quick because the normal way that I go through is the numbers.com. Like it didn't like really have all the numbers, so I had like kind of bounce around a little bit. But one of the things I read is they look at this going, it's going to exceed 400 million. Yeah. Like the way, like if it keeps projecting this way, it's going to crush it. This is again a movie that I'd go pay to watch it again.
Yeah.
You know, like
that might be something I'm going to do very soon.
And I mean, like you got like family that you could take, the both of you. I mean, I'm gonna be asking guys at work, like, yo, you guys want to go fucking see Deadpool?
We gotta see this again.
We could go after work, grab a beer, go watch the movie. Like, absolutely, this movie was fucking awesome.
I gotta take my wife because otherwise I won't be able to go home. But
you'll get your ass kicked.
Oh, she's already tried. She's already kicking my ass. She never did. You didn't take me.
I'm gonna get my dad and sister to watch it because my dad is always looking for the newest action movie, whether it's good or bad. It doesn't matter. But and I rag on him. I rag on Cece more, but because she likes movies no matter if they're good or bad.
Okay.
He likes action movies.
Well, what a coincidence. So do you.
Yeah, raise her head.
No, the thing is, it'll be like one of the most mid or bad movies you've ever seen. She goes, "This is great.
This is great.
This is amazing." I love her though. She's great. She has good takes, and she has some. She just doesn't. She just doesn't know when they're good. She just watches a movie and enjoys it. I envy her.
There's something to be said for that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's the thing. I envy her sometimes because I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you know what?
Just
I love that part.
Entertained. That was good. That was
turn
fun.
off the brain.
Because at some point it's like, wow, fuck, how much time? We've all done this, right? How much time have we spent in our lives regretting that we sat for 2 hours and watched something?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
We are talking about acolytes, right? I'm just kidding. But point is,
whoa.
No, I'm just saying, like, we all saw She-Hulk except for you. You didn't see She-Hulk.
Dropped it because I saw half of it.
Exactly, but like that's time you feel like we fucking
that was wasted time.
Life, but your sister's never had that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I mean? In theory, she's never really had that disappointment. Like,
unless there's like something so egregious, you know. But usually it's like, yeah, that was pretty cool. You know, I like that.
Yeah.
You know.
That there's something to be said for that.
Yeah. Again, like honestly, yeah. You know. Definitely.
So, props to Cece.
Yeah. Go Cece.
Go Cece. All right. Ratings. Let's hit it. I mean, I kind of know where we're gonna go with this.
Yeah.
Mila.
5.
Larry. 5.
Yeah. I said it at the beginning.
Marco. Over to you.
I'm going 5.
5. All right. 5. Are we all agreed?
That's not even a fucking.
Dildos,
whatever the 5 ball grabs, ass slaps, fucking
from the tailor,
5 licks from a fucking ugly dog, like 5 whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Just this movie, like I said, I think this movie for me it's, and I got a pretty good top 5. I think this has cracked my top 5, or pretty fucking close. Like I would have to.
Yeah, no, it's definitely cracked my top 5.
Yeah, it's cracked my top 3 Marvels. It may have taken the top spot for me in my Marvel movies.
I can't think of another one that.
I can't rate that fairly because it's been a while since I've seen the Marvel movies, but Infinity War was one of my favorite movies at the time.
Yeah, I mean Infinity War, Endgame, like I like those
Not
movies.
Endgame though. I was not a huge Endgame fan.
Really?
Yeah. I just there was a lot of parts that I was like, wait, you guys actually really liked that movie? I was like, oh, my bad. I meant, oh yeah, no, it's like, what? Because I was like, wait, you guys really like it more than Infinity War?
I mean, the original Iron Man, number 1, like things like that. But
Sure.
For me, Winter Soldier was my top.
But I liked Winter Soldier.
I'm a Winter Soldier fan.
Oh man,
I love Winter Soldier. I love like Infinity War. It's funny. This is not my top 5, but a movie I still actually really liked because I was a Cap fan, like Cap versus Tony Stark. I was a Cap fan, so I really liked honestly Captain America 1.
Yeah,
I thought that was such a fun one. I was like, oh, this is cool.
It is a good movie.
And then to follow up with Winter Soldier, and I was like, oh my god, this is really cool.
Yeah, I don't know why. I was never a huge Winter Soldier fan. Like to me, it's like it's the Empire Strikes Back of the Captain America trilogy, if you will. You know what I mean? And I was just, I don't know. I was like, I can't get behind. It's not a bad movie. I'm not sitting there saying, oh my god, the movie's fucking awful. It just doesn't crack my top 5.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. It's certainly better than a lot of the other. I'm not even talking about after Endgame. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about prior to Endgame, right? We know like Dark World and there's some really fucking stinkers in there. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, Winter Soldier's way better than Dark World. You know what I mean? It doesn't even compare, but it just doesn't hit that top 5
You're just like,
for
okay.
me.
Ragnarok was good.
Yeah,
Ragnarok was a really fun movie to watch.
Was good, but Love and Thunder was not.
Love and Thunder was an atrocity.
It was not. I mean, that's post Endgame, so
Yeah, but
I'm talking about Iron Man 1 to Endgame, like that section.
That's actually the first.
But
time.
you know what? Thinking about that this might actually crack shut up. Stop. Crack my top 5 as well. Because now I'm thinking about it too, and I'm like, actually, you kind of got a point.
You got a point. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
there's so much to love about this movie.
It's so fun, and it's so good.
I know we're just loving all over its face, neck, and chest.
You know what's up there? Also Deadpool.
All over.
The first Deadpool is also up there.
Exactly. But this is like as a Marvel movie.
So you just made a great point, though. You said that the first Deadpool is up there. Is it because it's that great of a movie, or because it just changed the whole genre? Like it just changed it was.
No, I had so much fun watching Deadpool. I could rewatch it, and I could still have so much fun with it.
I'm with you on all that, but I'm just wondering is it because it was so fucking different than everything that we have watched?
It was very different, but I'm with Mila. Like,
is that the reason why
if you
it
ask me prior to this one, if you say which one are you going to keep rewatching, Deadpool 1 or 2, I'll always go 1.
Yeah.
Over Deadpool 2. Every day.
And if it's like 1 or 3, I'm like, I will rewatch them both.
Yeah, but
like
at this point, I'm going to go 3 more.
This one, 3 I'm rewatching first though.
Yeah, this is
it's easy a 2 to 1 or 3 to 1 for me. Like I'll watch Deadpool this one 3 times before.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just that fucking good. Ugh. So gang, go see it. I mean that's
please.
The end of the
fucking
day,
watch it. Fucking everything about it.
So good.
Yeah, it's worth the hype. It's worth the wait. It's worth the ticket price. It's worth seeing the theaters more than once. There's so much to see. It's a big, it's one giant Easter egg first of all, and there's so much eye candy. Yeah. For for Deadpool fans, for Wolverine fans, for Fox fans, everything.
Yeah.
You're a fan of any of the shit they've done since Blade, literally, since he's in this. You know, if you're a fan of any of the shit they've done, it's basically packed in here.
So
it's
now
2 hours 7 minutes of fan service, but
so,
in a good way. We talk about that all the time.
And honestly,
it's
not for
not just
nothing,
fan service, and it's fucking stupid.
I thought it was going to be more.
Fucking good, yeah.
I thought it was going to be longer.
Really?
I didn't even know how long this movie was going to be. I didn't look into anything.
I went in with zero expectations.
I pulled the fucking Mila. I didn't
have any expectations.
It's the longest Deadpool movie.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be more though.
Yeah, I was honestly about to forget that this movie was going to come out, and then you were like, "Hey, you want to watch it?" I was like, "Oh, that's coming out soon."
Yeah, no, this is the one movie that we've always talked about. Like, what are we looking forward to? I'm like, Deadpool and Wolverine. This is like legit the only movie that I'm looking forward to seeing.
This year, yeah.
This year, and it fucking.
There's no movies that we'll see, but this is definitely one of
Yeah, this was great. So now that we've seen Henry Cavill as Wolverine, though, before we sign off, if they do decide, do we go with it?
No.
I think it was a fun one-off.
He's got big projects coming up.
I think it was a fun one-off. I don't know what I would want him to replace Hugh Jackman.
I don't think he could be a very good Wolverine.
So then, with everything,
I don't think he's got that Wolverine vibe.
I don't think he's got the grit.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's got kind of the nice guy.
So
I mean, I saw him in the Mission Impossible, but that was like about as gritty as I've ever seen him.
He's like a classy bad guy. He's
exactly.
He's a Bond villain.
Exactly.
He's a Bond villain.
I don't know that I could see him being that kind of Wolverine. He was fun. He was kind of goofy. It was kind of a joke.
Yeah.
To put him in this one. So.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. It was a fan service.
Yeah.
So now, but with that though, everybody's been talking about like, oh, you got to replace. Since nobody can fucking agree on a particular person or a particular actor to take on the mantle of Wolverine,
I mean, is there anybody?
Would they ever? Do they come up with a Wolverine, or is just this?
Welcome to the team, Tom Cruise.
Fuck him and his crooked ass teeth. Fuck him. No, because they're always in talks. At some point, he was supposed to be Iron Man.
Right? Yeah.
You know, and if they do like a multiverse, like
that was the funny rumor about the Doctor Strange. So yeah, I mean, I guess like that's the question then. If there's so much controversy about who would take on the role of Wolverine, do you even bother with it? Do you just leave it?
No.
So you put on. I don't care. Well, put on your executive hat, right? Like you're in charge of all this. You know you can't keep Hugh Jackman. The fucking guy's old. Like
till you're 90.
Till you're 90. He's gonna get 90.
I mean
no, at some point he will have to tap out. It is a very physical role.
Right, this is a very physical role, and he's
which we didn't talk about the fucking shirt coming off bullshit. What the fuck?
That was funny. That was so funny.
But that kind of like
But they have to again. They have to because that has always been a topic. It's a topic, and that's the thing. Like they hit on everything.
At his age, he's gonna fucking rock hard 6-pack.
Like he's gonna have a heart attack in 2 years.
Literally. So okay, so you put on your exec hat, right? We can't replace Hugh Jackman because there's been way too much fucking fallout. Like you can't. Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. Wolverine is Hugh Jackman. Do you ever come up with another Wolverine? Like that's something that I want.
When you decide to reboot the universe, sure.
But I think they'll have to at some point. I think, and it all depends on what happens with Hugh Jackman. You know what I mean? Like we saw what they did with Chadwick Boseman. Like he died, and they're not gonna replace him.
And no, they're just gonna create the story, but see, but here's the thing though.
T'Challa's not,
But here's the thing though. Yeah. That character though, right? The Black Panther is different people.
No, I get that.
So you can write that.
I get
There's
that.
only one fucking Wolverine. Wolverine is Wolverine.
Movie. He was in one movie. They could have put somebody else in the fucking role. And now you got the multiverse, which means you can have another Black Panther that isn't Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, but even in the Black Panther. Wait.
No, I get that in the comics, T'Challa, Black Panther's different people.
In the MCU, in the MCU, they've already introduced you to the idea that there is going to be another T'Challa. It's going to be his fucking son.
Yeah.
So there you go. They were able to write that off.
Get old enough.
Right, but you can. But okay.
Does he have a son in the MCU right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so at the end of the last one.
At the end of the second one.
I didn't watch the second one.
His wife, whatever the hell, when she comes back, she's like, hey, I'm back. And oh, by the way, here's his son.
Oh,
great. Awesome.
She has a son. But he goes by a different name because she doesn't want people to know who he is. But when
T'Challa's son, yeah.
But it's that.
I'm sure that's a great idea. I'm sure it's going to go over well.
So when Siri comes in to meet Siri, which is make sure that the phone doesn't hear me. When she comes back, she goes talk to his own. She was like, "Oh, this is your son." She was like, "Yeah." Why don't you tell her your name? So he says, "Oh, my name is, whatever." I forgot what it was. He goes, "Why don't you use your real name with her?" And she's like, "What do you mean?" And then he says what his real name is, and she's like, so that's how MCU wrote that. But again, you can do that with that character.
Right.
You can't do that with Wolverine.
No.
There's only
That's
one
a line
fucking
that's
Wolverine.
passed down. Wolverine is supposed to be
Wolverine. Immortal until he
and
dies
the
of
thing
poison.
is, well, the hard part too is now, especially
I guess
with
you
this
could replace him with
movie,
X-23,
With this
but-
movie, you've introduced Wolverine from many universes. And it's always Hugh Jackman except for one. Which
Yeah.
is Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly, yeah.
So it's
Or
all
Hugh
him.
Jackman.
You can't even say it's different actors each time. It's Hugh Jackman, Hugh Jackman, Hugh Jackman. Oh, hey, what's up, Henry Cavill?
Yeah, it's
Hugh
one.
Jackman, Hugh Jackman. Like,
many Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, picture. Put in the dryer too long.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I think that if you were thinking about bringing in Wolverine into the MCU and have it be someone other than Hugh Jackman on this next Doctor Strange movie, where we know that he's going to cross different fucking universes,
Right.
maybe you run into a different Wolverine that is a different actor, and possibly you bring that actor into the 616. Because that's sick time. That's a way that you can do it. But you have to be very, very careful because of that. Again, that actor has to, because we've already got the Wolverine idea in our minds. Like, we know what Wolverine is. You've given us Wolverine. Don't fuck it up and give me somebody else.
hi, I'm Wolverine.
No, you're not.
It's gotta be a hard pill to swallow.
It's gonna be hard. So now, if they want to do X-23, I'd be okay with that. Let that be the quote-unquote Wolverine of the MCU.
Which I think is what they're kind of...
Which I'd be okay with
It's
because...
such a shame that he's so old. Like, it's, damn, this is so
People getting old.
Damn, he just...
How long has he been doing it? 20 years?
Something like that.
Because he's so perfect for the role that it's
when
like,
the first one came out, 2001? Was it?
Yeah, 2001.
Sure.
So 23
Yes.
years?
Yeah.
He's been this character?
Yeah, I mean...
He's almost got Fraser beat.
Don't fuck. If they want to continue the Wolverine-esque story with X-23, fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You don't need to replace him necessarily. I mean, that's what the Young Avengers is essentially doing.
Right.
Although I don't like that a lot of the shows that introduce Young Avengers just made it all about them, but that's beside the point.
Yeah. I mean, but we'll see.
You know? But they are setting it up.
I would also love to see, I don't know how you can do it, is see Wolverine's son. Oh,
He has a son?
yeah.
Does he have a son here?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, he's pretty old, so we could probably find him.
I don't know. So if it was
Does he have the same ability, or?
Yeah, he's pretty badass. Dakin, fucking awesome.
That'd be pretty cool.
He's half Japanese. It's when Logan was in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh!
It's not impossible. I mean, they didn't really kind of hint
so
towards
they-
it in
so
any way
they-
in
right,
this
they
particular
don't-
universe, like where he came from. But
They don't
You
go
could just
really into
pop
his
that out, anywho, but like.
Like, I mean, in the...
I know we did this whole adventure together. I never mentioned my son, but however,
Because the thing is, knowing him, he wouldn't know. I really don't think he'd
that is
know.
also possible.
yeah.
Because
I mean,
even if they, like, the person knew, I don't think they'd tell him. Because I think he'd be like fucked off somewhere else, and even if he didn't.
Well, that can be their out. This Logan fucking killed all the, didn't kill the X-Men. He got them all killed essentially by leaving.
Right, yeah.
And then killed a whole fucking ton of people because he was pissy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell him either.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
we don't
Like,
really
I
like him that much.
can
I'm not gonna
believe
tell
that
him.
he had, like, some son that he doesn't know about.
Yeah.
I can believe that with his
But
character.
now he's in a different universe, right? He's in a different universe than the one he came from.
Yeah, he's not, he's...
Oh yeah, what universe are they in now? Are they still in the X-Men universe? Or are they now in our universe?
They're in Deadpool's universe.
Yeah, which is like
Okay.
10005.
10005.
Oh, so he has like his own universe.
Yeah,
Who
because he's
have X-Men and stuff like that. They have X-Men.
They do have
Oh,
X-Men.
and then it's just powering up, and we're
they have
gonna
mutants in the
converge
universe, it's just
them.
not that at Wolverine.
All right, got you.
Right, yeah, because they got...
Because I wasn't sure what universe we were in.
Yeah, well,
at
they
the
have
end.
Colossus, which is X-Men.
The what do you call it? Deadpool's universe is Logan's universe, isn't it? Did he drop in to get Logan, or was that his? He's going to go find him.
Yeah, it was.
He was going to find him.
That's what
Yeah, it
the
was.
thing was like. I'm going to go get him. He was the one from my.
Oh, yeah,
universe.
yeah, that's...
So,
I'm
'cause
sorry.
he was
Yeah,
in the
was a
X-Men
Fox
universe.
He's part of Logan's universe, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why.
So there's-
And now he's not.
Logan's dead.
Right, and
he
now
brought
he's
a
not
new
in the
Logan.
same universe as
What I
that dead
imagine
Logan.
is. So that's where the timeline gets a little crazy.
Now he's in like a totally separate one.
Where he's back in his
Where
own
he was
universe. This Wolverine's back in. He's in a different universe. He's not the one that they got him from.
Yes,
The one where all the X-Men died.
yeah.
But the universe he's in now with Deadpool.
Yeah, the Deadpool verse
is the Logan's universe where he dies. But that was like,
I thought that was the X-Men universe.
it is the X-Men universe.
Is this the X-Men universe?
The same one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My problem is Logan's time period where he dies is in the future. All the X-Men are dead. Charles is really old and starts to lose his mind.
Yeah.
But like when you see Deadpool, it's kind of like our time. It's now. It's kind of like, oh, it's not the future.
So
it doesn't seem like it's the future, but that Logan dead in the ground.
So maybe he popped himself into the future. Yeah, he popped himself into the future to go get that Logan. That's when he finds out that he's actually dead.
Yeah.
Because remember, he goes to
I gotta watch this movie again.
The paradox is like, you know what? He says, he goes, your universe is gonna die. TVA wants to let it die slowly. I don't have fucking time for that. I want to rush up the process. So I'm pulling you out because I just want to rush the fucking process.
Yeah.
That's what
his universe's anchor is dead.
In the future.
Not Deadpool.
Right, which is not Deadpool. So yeah,
it's coming. He died in the future.
In the future, and it's taken 1,000 years to die. Yeah. And that's what he said. He was like, I don't have time for that, so I want to hurry it the fuck up.
Yeah.
So Deadpool doesn't want his people to die.
That's right. So he goes to
the future to get him, and he realizes, fuck, I really can't. So now he has to get another Deadpool to put in. He has to go get another Wolverine to put into his universe, so his universe doesn't die. And
that was kind of the trick here is, and this is all like Hot Tub Time Machine basically. Why doesn't he stay in his universe in his time and go get that Wolverine, who's still dancing around? It's younger. Because Logan,
You'd fuck with the timeline way too much. You'd fuck with the timeline way too much.
So why?
You can't pluck someone from that, like, the same universe, plucking the same person but from their different time. Yeah. It would fuck everything up royally.
Well, he's not plucking him. We just walk over like, hey, I need you.
That would be plucking him. That's kind of the definition.
So that I mean, I think that Wolverine.
Well, no, if you do that, it fucks with the dead Logan.
It fucks with the dead Logan.
Yes.
So you can't get the same Logan.
Because even if you put him back, now he knows about the future.
Yeah.
That you can't fix.
Yeah.
He now knows how he dies. You know?
Does he know that? Does Deadpool know that? Or is he just like...
It's Deadpool. He probably knows.
He's a functioning idiot.
He kind of knows everything all the time. Yeah. Unfortunately.
So I don't think, he can't go get the young version of that, or younger, quote-unquote version. But
I find it funny that one of his powers is omnipotence.
From that same universe. And I think that the way that they're talking, though, is... They're going to keep that universe. Mm-hmm. So you have the sacred timeline, but you also have the 1005.
So doesn't it still...
So it still has mutants there.
But still doesn't it kind of fuck with that Logan timeline eventually? Because it seems like what they're talking about is this universe that Deadpool comes from, that has X-Men, is the Fox universe that we've been watching since 2001, and now it's strengthening itself again.
So that Wolverine should be still alive
with 616.
Yeah, somehow.
And that's how you're going to get your X-Men versus Wolverine. What does that do?
X-Men versus Avengers.
So thank you. X-Men versus Avengers.
So
what does that do to Wolverine?
So then there's two Wolverines in there.
Yeah, there technically is two Wolverines walking around, if that's the case. There's the one that came from that universe who's still alive.
There's two Wolverines there.
Well, goody. We've got two Wolverines. Cool.
Goody.
One of them can keep doing the movies.
Somebody online, correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, I mean, nothing, but there's two Steven Rogers running around.
What do you mean?
And the Sacred Timeline, there's two Steven Rogers.
Which they're talking about doing an offshoot show of him.
Are they really?
Putting the stones back, yeah. So like a mini series of sorts.
Oh, putting the stones back. Okay, because
what he did during that time period where he goes and puts the stones back.
Just imagining Steve Rogers like going through time and going like, don't worry about that. Don't go here at this time. Don't go do this at this time.
The old man Rogers was not the same one. People talk about that, like that one you see by the water.
Yeah,
it's not the same one.
What do you mean?
It's not the same one. It's not the same Steve that goes back in time. That's a theory.
What?
There's a lot of theories behind which Steve Rogers that is.
How is it not?
I don't know. Honestly, there's so many theories.
Yeah, he goes back in time with the time stuff, and then now there's two Steve Rogers running around. There's one on the ice.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then there's him.
Right.
And he's bouncing around all over the place.
And he's being like, I just look like him.
Yeah, exactly.
You can do that.
Yeah.
People look like people all the time. I don't think It's that crazy to
you
think.
have a doppelganger.
I get that all the time, and that's it. That's it.
Don't mind the shield.
Yeah, right. When people talk about
the shield.
theories, it's like you could tie yourself into a fucking pretzel trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
it's hard.
There are some things where I think you like sometimes you just go like, look, either it's gonna be nothing or it'll figure itself out.
Yeah.
I know we're running on this one, but you know what? It's a fucking movie.
I know.
It's a big ass, cool ass
We're
movie.
basically
I'm sorry
almost talking as long as the movie.
I'm sorry I asked the question about do we go with a different Wolverine?
No, don't be sorry.
Because that's
That
what
was
started
awesome.
this extra 25
That was
minutes.
awesome. That was awesome.
Oh, that's
And
funny, yeah.
I did, by the way, pre-order the hot toys for Logan, for Wolverine and Deadpool.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Did you really?
I mean,
wow.
honestly, yeah, it's like you say that, and we're supposed to be like, oh, no. It's like, of course you did.
I'm like,
Fucking
and what
awesome.
else is new?
I mean, they're not coming out till like next year, but whatever. So I did like the payment plan, like $30 a month or whatever.
Yeah.
Like so it's all paid off.
Well, because those things are so stupid expensive. I mean,
I know.
how much
Oh,
was
yeah.
it? Just out of curiosity, how much was it?
A
lot, gotcha.
No,
A lot.
I forget. It's like 2 something or 3. I forget. Because I got the deluxe versions.
Of course, yes. Yeah.
As
They're not
one
super
does.
deluxe. Like
They're not like super mega
Deadpool
deluxe.
comes with like I think it comes with like baby pool and head pool, and they both come with the dog. Like the regular version and the other one come with the dog.
Who played
and like a
Deadpool?
bunch of like other stuff. And Wolverine, the deluxe version comes with the unmasked, Hugh Jackman head. The regular version does. It's just the masked version.
I can get that, yeah.
This is what pisses me off. They released, before I saw the movie, they released the shirtless with a blue jacket version. Like they not released, but they announced it, and you can pre-order it. So the end of the movie was shirtless, and he puts on
Yeah.
the TVA jacket.
Oh, yeah,
But
gotcha.
they digitally took off the TVA stuff, and after the movie came out, they re-released
Ha.
images with the TVA logo on it.
So are you saying you ordered the shirtless Hugh Jackman?
No,
or?
fuck no.
He was upset that he didn't.
I know, I'm upset that they did that in the
that
movie,
makes sense.
remember? I'm upset they did that in the movie. I thought it was fucking stupid, but whatever. The movie was awesome, so I don't care.
True.
It was just gratuitous. Let's take Hugh Jackman's shirt off for no good reason. During this little...
Because honestly, that's a bit too.
Explodes off of him.
Like the ridiculousness of always having the shirt off, I think is really funny. Like
Ridiculous
it's
as a Spider-Man that had to
because
use
I
mask
don't
off
think
the
of it
entire
as like
movie
a
for no reason.
thirst thing. I think of it more of like because Hugh Jackman has to be shirtless in every single movie.
Yes.
I think it was just like a
Yeah, that's all it was.
buzz
It was a
on that,
fan service buzz. Like, hey,
Go
fan
like,
service,
and you
how
thought he
old
was gonna be not shirtless.
and How old is he?
Ah.
And look how jacked he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of it. Like, he's
yeah.
got a
Yeah,
six-pack.
it's going like also he put in the work, so like
Yeah.
let's
Did you,
appreciate for a moment.
Did you ever see the show Castle?
Yes.
Yeah, bits of it.
David Fillion?
Yeah.
Oh, Nathan Fillion, rather?
He's Deadpool, isn't he?
He's Deadpool.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really
That's funny.
The fucking skull suit they're talking. He's
Yeah.
got the little helicopter helmet on.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. And then at one point he's using Deadpool.
He's using
Yeah.
Deadpool to
Other
fucking dash.
Deadpools with.
I really want to see like the black-white Deadpool, though.
Hey, what
Didn't you see
happened
him
to
in
all
like a
these?
robe?
No, that looked
No,
like
that's a different
That
one.
was like a Japanese gray Deadpool.
okay.
70s
What
type.
happened to the rest of the Deadpools? They just weren't there.
No, they probably went back to the
They went back to the
Void or
Void.
somewhere because Steve, they had what's his name? They were happy with
Okay,
Steve.
because I'm like, of all the questions, I'm
Peter.
like, they were
Wow.
they were
They were
there.
happy with Peter.
They go in the building and then they come out and they're gone and with no explanation. So I
And they
go,
went back into the.
where did
They
they
probably
go?
went back to the Void. Where they
All right,
belong.
cool. I can take that.
Let's talk about that real quick. By God, we've gone over so many times. When they're like, can you bring this back? Whatever. She's like, all right, I'll bring it back. She's like, what's funny? I had this magician who came through here, and she puts on the ring. I'm like,
Fucking go.
fuck!
Did you notice it was a ring with 2 Infinity Stones?
Yeah.
Was it? I thought I was like,
Time
what's that
stone
little
and I think it
green?
Was the Soul Stone?
I thought it was the Power Stone. I thought it was
No, I
purple.
don't think it was purple. You might be right, but I thought it was.
But I also might be
yellow.
hallucinating because I
thought it was
thought they were
yellow,
like,
but I
I was
could
like,
be
oh,
wrong.
what
I
is
could
that?
be
Paint? Beads?
I know
What is
one of them
that?
was green.
Oh, definitely one. Well, yeah, one of them was definitely green.
I know, we'll look that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Larry, do the research.
Do the research.
Real quick.
If
If that research is even out right now.
Oh, of course it is.
I'm sure it is. There's so many breakdowns I was avoiding on you. I saw one.
I'm actually gonna probably sit
With the
down like
rest.
for the rest of the day and kind of.
There's a couple of videos.
You're just gonna meditate on this?
I'm gonna marinate on this one, and I'm gonna go to the people that I follow like on YouTube and stuff like that, and because the people I follow, they're pretty cool on their breakdowns.
In-depth,
And they go super like
Easter
like a
eggs
35-minute Easter egg.
I've
thing are
seen
just,
those
like,
videos.
Five little things. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I'll
Pretty
be looking those
Oh, good.
tonight.
You watch the movie again in like halftime speed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
by
Just
following
going like,
them,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Pretty fucking
Hot
awesome.
spots.
Pretty awesome. All right. Excellent. All right. Well, the gang, that's Deadpool and Wolverine.
That was so cool.
I mean, go see it. We can't even say it enough. Go see this fucking movie. See it again. Take people. Laugh your ass off. Yeah. And it's just a fun ride for 2 hours and 7 minutes. Yeah? And there is an after credit scene.
There is.
After all the credit, there's one funny.
There's one funny one.
That's it doesn't have anything to do with like a movie, which I think was good.
Yeah.
Right? So many of them like, oh, we're gonna preview the next what's coming next. This is just a fucking wrap up of something that happens during the movie. So it's fun to go and see that. That was awesome. All right.
Clearing Deadpool's good name.
That's right. And clearing Deadpool's good name and sullying Johnny Storm's. Chris Evans, which was kind of the thing, is Captain America never swore, so now you have Chris Evans and Johnny Storm swearing to beat the man.
And that's so funny. I love that.
Kind of that whole like good boy, demeanor that he had throughout the whole series. So that was pretty awesome. All right, thank you, Mila.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you.
We are Entertainment Rants at entertainmentrants.com. Check us out on social media at Entertainment Rants. Drop us a line. Let us know what you thought of Deadpool and Wolverine. What you thought of the episode. Check us out. Write us an email or just respond to one of our Instagram posts that we're going to post up this episode. This will be out. It's Tuesday now, and this was a fucking awesome movie. So, gang, what are we going to hashtag and do?
Rant.
Let's
rant. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
You're useless. I love you.